Good morning, Azeroth. It is the 30th of August 2024. Grab your morning beverage and welcome to the stream. Today we're jumping into Hallowfall. After a glorious first impression yesterday, we'll be continuing on with the main campaign, exploring more of the zone, and jumping into some side quests. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well today. Friday, the end of the week. One more day till your weekend. You've got this. Stay hydrated. It's right around the corner. Right, so we last left off. Is that a top? A big old airship. Got some side quests a little bit about. We'll start with the main one. A rare underneath the boat. Looks like the Nerubians are already here in force.
My faith kindles my hope.
I'm glad you're with us. Without our airships, we have little chance of holding back the Nerubians in the long run. To say nothing of our dock workers who are safe below deck, but see to the defense.
Despite everything,
We shall.
the Arathi find joy.
If we're going to hold the Nerubians back, we have to deal with their siege weapons. Around Tenno's Ascent, there are kegs of black powder to supply our ships for combat. These Nerubians have caught these ships on the ground. Let's put that powder to work. Gather some barrels and take them down to the Nerubian siege weapons.
In my heart, there is fire.
We must confront the darkness.
We've fought the Nerubians since we arrived. Their attacks have not risen to this level in a long time. These airship docks are clearly a target. Do they have any others? Is there a larger goal? The Nerubians carry shadecasters with orders from their queen. We need to learn what we can of their plans and intentions. Recovering a few of those shadecasters is the best way we can do so.
Chiron, the Dawn Tower isn't lit. If Beladar should shift...
You're right. Your new friends can protect the people. We must ignite the sacred flame.
Ooh, cliff right underneath us. Is that under the airship? Southeast. Let's try and grab these cliffs straight away. What a game. Aha, I see you. Let's kill this rare first. Oops. That was on me, not the phone. For a moment I thought I'd been blasted through the air, but no. Goodbye, spinner. Upgrade. Music seems very lively for a current war zone, but that's fine. Presumably it's for afterwards.
It's too far away.
Hit the bombs. Ooh. Queen.
Utilize their fear to strike them down.
At least we're showing some of the antagonists as we go. A rare. Taskmaster. Level 80 rare. Might well murder us. Yeah, you know, if we can stun it, that'll be fine. What was my holy power being drained there? Jewel of the Cliff. Oh, it's going to be kind of wedged somewhere in this thing, isn't it? Massive sapphire chunk. You can break it. We get some gems and some goodies. Get that transmog added. Happy to have a load of junk transmog just to get. Right, let's foil more plans. We'll have no victory here, spiders.
Prove your worth. Earn your ascension. The threads have been spun. They will get their fated final war.
Saw some footage early on of the Nerubian ascension, more humanoid forms for them. Saw the betrayal of the last queen in the cinematic that they posted. Interesting stuff. We're very curious about Ashkahet when we get down there and see that society for ourselves.
What can I do?
Oh, sorry Anduin, I forgot to destroy siege weapons. I'll be right back, you don't go anywhere now. There we go. Look at their little siege engines. Built with spider frames. Big spools. We saw these at the start of the zone as well. Like big balls of thread for them to climb a tower with. Obviously, they don't need ladders, they're spider people. And they're hard at work. Lashing it together. So they shoot these bolts up using the threads. Then once they've made a hole, they web themselves up. Music is now actiony. Where'd everybody go, Anduin?
I will help if I can.
It's amazing to see what the Arathi have been able to achieve in Hallowfall. In their years here, with no help from the outside, they'll make strong allies. And if we can protect the Dawnbreaker, I'm sure they'll be able to push back the Nerubians.
Will I be forgiven?
Final war? Ascension? Not as many answers as questions, but at least we have some pieces of the puzzle.
We have lost so many. I hear a radiant
With those
song.
siege weapons destroyed, we're in much better shape. Varian went ahead to light the Dawn Tower with Great Chiron. She asked that we meet them there.
Will I be forgiven?
A use? It was a use. God damn it, trinkets. I'm far too lazy for use trinkets. The Nerubians all seem to be taking orders from that siege lord south of here. If we can defeat her, that may turn the tide of this attack. Without a leader organising the attack, the Arathi may be able to drive back the Nerubians, especially if Varian is able to light this Dawn Tower she spoke of. But the longer we delay, the greater the damage to the Arathi airships. Go quickly.
Who is calling for help?
Good to see you, champion.
Oh,
I've been tracking this one since it crawled up out of its hole.
hello, Alaria. Is it further underneath, or should be spawning here? Seems underneath. Maybe? Oh, nope, there we go. Just needed to spawn. We shall break the Arathi here. No. Very hard to off the cuff do that big old Anubarak Nerubian voice. They have that giant warble to their throat. Lot of fun.
And look at these Arathi.
You floating.
My son. I will slaughter every Nerubian in my path to keep them from harm.
Aye.
Am I needed?
Now quickly, Anduin. The Nerubian leader defeated, we should be able to leave the defences to the Arathi. You've saved many lives today.
I thought we agreed you'd stay in Dornigal.
I heard stories of the Arathi as king. I mean, I was curious. so. I will always try.
Erin went to light the Dawn Tower. She said it keeps the light of the sacred flame shining upon Hallowfall. Chiron is there as well. It's hard to imagine that any beacon could outshine this star, Beledar. I am eager to see this expression of the light. Meet me by the Dawn Tower, and we can see how the sacred flame of the Arathi helps to safeguard those long-lost cousins of mine.
Who is calling for help?
Oh, we got some of that acarite around. We do need to go and grab that. Got precious little of it so far. For those new here, there will be plenty of running off to gather mining materials, do bits of fishing, all that kind of thing. We did in the first zone. We realised that once you actually start getting into making and using your professions through the blacksmithing, just to start leveling it up, it took an awful lot of material. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous view ahead. Water dripping from the ceiling. Let's go see if there's any Arathi fish. Blood in the water. Ominous. I'm sure it'll be fine. We had all blood materials before. Coyote Slum Shark. In the depths of Ashgahet, this creature glides across the floor with a silhouette that is barely discernible from the murky depths. This calculated predator can leave the most experienced angler counting their blessings. Odd when we're not in Ashgahet, but sure. Let's have a sip of his beverage. I'll make sure you're doing the same. Remember this fish pops. Too nervous. There we are. Dilly dally days. Good music for fishing. Anduin.
Am I needed?
Erin says these dawn towers with the lamplighter's aid keep the Arathi ready for whatever darkness comes. Do you feel ready, Baroque? I'm ready.
We have lost.
Cutscene! Not my fishing rod. A little light effect running up them is really cool. Oh, it's the big shift.
What is happening?
It's Beledar, our star. It shifts between the light and this.
Like a
The dawn
Naru.
towers hold back the darkness with the sacred flame, but the light always returns.
Faerun been through it. Many a deep scar.
The stars are devoured,
Uh-oh.
and they light a candle. You know how this ends, Illyria. Inevitably, the void consumes everything. Show yourself, monster! You know where to find me.
I love her voice work.
Deeper in the darkness. There's a chill in the air. I will scout ahead.
Be careful, Illyria. Farron, watch the outsiders. It's dangerous to travel alone. The sacred flame illuminates our path.
Erin nods and salutes.
A lamplighter brings hope.
Just in time. Eladar has fallen dark for a time, but now we have our own light to hold back the darkness.
A beacon in the dark.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Ooh! Those runes on the ceiling, they remind you of like the, in Burning Crusade and in Warlords, there were those big crystal structures that came up out of the ground, and around them it had a series of runes as well. That's the first thing my brain went to. Can't remember their purpose. Been so long. Darkness has fallen. We can't rest yet. Faeryn gives you a weary smile, but there is a light in her eyes. Light from the tower will hold the worst dangers in the darkness at bay. It's my duty, as a lamplighter, to keep all the towers blazing. A patrol takes me to Laurel's Crossing by air next. I would welcome you and Anduin at my side, for all our sakes.
Don't give in to fear.
This darkness, how long does it last?
Sometimes only moments, sometimes days. We lost so many the first time it turned. We will travel by air. Monsters arise in the darkness.
More stuff. So many more goodies to earn. Ooh, shoulder cosmetics at level 13. May acquire the Trial of Burning Light. It fits it. Aww, you get a Lynx. Shackled Shadow. All kinds of stuff to earn. Okay, so we get on the ship with them. That will take us elsewhere. Probably have to come back and do some more quests. Let's see where they take it. Once we get to another hub, we'll see then.
To live under constant threat of shadow. How do you do it?
When night falls, the army enacts the shadow curfew. Get inside, get to safety.
Up.
Incoming! Use the lances on those enemies.
Oh! It's just miscellaneous shadow monsters.
Good work. You'd fit in well with us lamplighters.
We have enough flamey
As
spears?
our numbers dwindle, some find their faith shaken. They turn to the whispers in the darkness. Look out! Here come more of those fiends.
Eat light spear.
A behemoth! Quickly, take it down.
Squid.
Thank goodness. That was a small one. Those monsters can take out a warship. We must hold to our faith in the sacred flame. Ourselves. And in each other if we are to succeed.
Step into the light.
Belladar's shadow. Quickly, get inside.
Farron, thank the flame. Kobis are raiding Sinner's Yearning. The army went ahead, but
Say no more. Our new allies and I will go to their aid.
This guy ready in the town guard.
Shelter immediately.
Oh. Because they're just here. Really slow walked his way over to this fight. All good. Love the architecture they have. Let's go and grab some side quests. Be a wee bit of doing that. Aegor. Get in, blend.
Greetings, outsider.
My name's Aegor. I try to keep tabs on lamplighters in the field and assess what areas of Hallowfall may be in need of their aid. The Dawn Tower fell dark at Velen's Claim a few weeks ago, based on what's been happening around Hallowfall, probably because of the rising tide of Kobis. Lamplighters Tenar and Aemir are heading there, but this might be more than even 2 Lamplighters together can handle. Will you meet them there and help them restore the light at Velen's Claim? Sure.
May the shadows pass you by.
I can't imagine what would keep Duke Velen from being able to keep his Dawn Tower lit. Whatever it must be, the Lamplighters will probably need help. Understood. We'll add it to the list. A note. Another delve. The Sinkhole. We have reports of large amounts of Kobis gathering towards a lair called the Sinkhole. Sorry, cut myself off there. It's alright, we're back in it. Hit my mute button at a poor time. We have reports of a large amount of Kobis gathering towards a lair called the Sinkhole. There are concerns they plan to attack the smaller coast villages when they get the chance. There's a hefty reward for anyone who can go into the Sinkhole and stop whatever they're planning. Spice Trader.
Emperor rewards the faithful.
Sell some of our stuff.
The Empire is forever.
Light's Gambit Challenger, what does that mean?
Beladar shifts.
Interested in a game? What do you mean? Is this like a little mini game, like a chess type? The home is thick with instructions, illustrations, and long, flowery descriptions of characters, locations, and magical items. Basic instructions. The goal of Light's Gambit is to be the only player with pieces on the board. You win when you have defeated all your enemy's pieces. You lose if your enemy defeats all your pieces. The castle piece is a strong range attack but cannot move. The knight piece has 2 abilities. Divine Explosion damages nearby enemies, so move to use it well. Holy Assault allows the knight to move and deal damage when landing, but it has a short range in the standard move. Cleric piece has 2 abilities. Heal heals nearby friendly pieces, so move to use it well. Smite deals a small amount of damage to enemies at a targeted location. Enemy attacks are often based, so keep your pieces moving to avoid them. Greater difficulties. Most Light's Gambit challenges meet you where you're at. All Arathi know the standard difficulty bands that help new players learn the game. At the easiest level, your opponent will only have a Dark Castle piece. This piece does damage to about half the board, and you will need to maneuver to avoid it. To medium difficulty, your opponent will add a Dark Cleric to the table. Dark Cleric may either cast Shadow Bolt on one of your pieces, heal another opponent's piece, or try to move away from one of your pieces. At the hardest difficulty, your opponent will add a Dark Knight to the table. The Dark Knight will pursue your pieces and deal great damage in an area. Be wary, it's a fearsome foe. That random page. This page appears to be a section on the lore of the fictional universe Light's Gambit takes place in. It describes part of the journey of Geragon the Great, who seems to be an important character. There to see his beloved come to harm, nay, he would squash his own rebellion before he would allow such a thing to pass. And thus did the Rymark enter an era of darkness, just as it was on the cusp of dawn. Geragon turned his light to shadow, and abided the will of the Dark Lord. All was shadow, but little did Telgrish know of Geragon's secret plan. Another. More of the same. Free of the yoke of the Telbith leadership, Geragon the Great went on to lead his people in a rebellion that would draw blood from coast to coast. But when finally Geragon the Great did cross the threshold of the Tower of the Damned, capital of Felminahal, he was unprepared for what he found. Telgrish, the Dark Lord, master of all shadows, the speaker of sin, held Geragon's dear, beloved captive. Fight for me, Geragon, or he will suffer as none have before. But indeed, have any suffered as Geragon has? Geragon can... This is great silliness, by the way. The length of this page is a description of dungeon, traps, monsters, and characters featured. Berneth's lair was a labyrinth within the forest of Falamataf. The walls around the adventurers are, in fact, the roots of the great went trees, the white leaves of which sway so far overhead they appear as clouds. The adventurers must be wary, however, of the path between gentle sloping roots. The trees have a habit of shifting, closing their roots around the unsuspecting, then swallowing any poor soul who wanders too close to a crevice within the trunk. How many pages did they write for this little strange lore game? Wow, it just keeps going. Drawings of various magical items of the consumable variety. One section stands out in particular as a section of 4 potions that could only be described as pink. And the back alleys of Neveth are infinitely full of hoodlums and charlatans waiting for a hapless adventurer with coin. It is said you can find anything you're looking for here, but not in the form you expect. One such vendor is the Batfolk Potion Master Mip, the back ends of town, in a small little unkempt shop called the Blood of the Gods. The sign out front is covered in a blood spatter, and it takes a few seconds to realise, or hope, that it's intentional. How much of this, little story for the folks of Hallowfall is built from the empire they come from? Lifted from locations, peoples, things around there, and how much is just silly embellishment? Because they could be potentially teasing a lot here for that region in the future. This page appears to be a section on the lore of the fictional universe that takes place in Journey of Garrigon the Great. You have seen for yourself in truth. Now deliver unto me your light, or go to a battle you are destined to lose, great warrior. She crooned between short, gleeful cackles. Garrigon the Great went to reach for the hilt of his weapon, defiant but stopped. He felt his jaw clenched. If he was without his light, then who was he at all? Some Anduin allegories there? Allegories, rather. Okay, so have we read them all now? We've read that one. Page is illustrations of several potions. Mip's wares included a box of brightly coloured vials. All a similar but slightly different shade. Above the box is a note which reads, Potions of Animu Talks, in hurried and unsure scroll. The effect of the vials are as follows. The magenta potion allows the imbiber to speak with animals of furry variety for a near hour, but removes the ability to speak with common folk. The cerise potion allows the imbiber to speak with birds for half of a clock turn, but everything they say comes out in a trilling song. Outline potion allows the imbiber to speak with all land animals by turning them into lynx for but a handful of minutes. And finally, the mulberry potion. There's some fascinating, silly stuff. I think we've seen all we're going to see there. That's interesting stuff. Explorer and town founder.
Kindness.
You've got bits and bobs.
If the shadows find you, call.
See again, heavy set chairs and things bolted to the floors. Helmut Agisax. The greengrocer.
Stay in the light.
Off you got, greengrocer. Severe lack of fruit for a grocer, but sure. Hey, you looking for a great meal? Willing to wade through the mud to get it? Go see Dolena. She'll sort you out. Don't bother trying to convince her to leave that hollow, though. Believe me, we've all tried. Why someone would leave the safety of the light for that? She seems to do all right, though. Shot off elsewhere. Oh, a big ship. Any more side quests in this spot? No. Plenty further back. I feel like a main quest is going to lead us to this Melodar. The Melodar's probably going to lead us out again. Decisions. We continue with the main quest for a little bit, I think. Just until it takes us to that capital here. Let's keep an eye out for ore and rares. And a bit of fish.
Halt, Farron. We secure the village, then rescue the captives.
They'll be dead by then. We owe our service to those in need.
I don't care if Steelstrike thinks I'm reckless. I don't care if I get hurt. Can't let my people die. We've lost too many already. To Nerubians, to Kobis, to the Shadows themselves. There's hardly any of us left. How long until there are none? What are these Kobis? They're in scowls, horrible, violent, and stinky creatures. They've plagued us since the moment we arrived in Hallowfall. We could have tried to figure out how intelligent they are. Could we parley for peace? But every scholar we've sent to study how they communicate with them has ended up dead, usually dead and eaten. And worse, they seem to wield some kind of necromancy, as if eating us wasn't enough. Sometimes they choose to dishonor the memory of our allies even further by raising them to fight against us. I have no idea how they chose which of us to eat and which of us to raise. Raise the strongest, eat the plumpest? It churns my stomach to contemplate such things.
If you are lost
That
in
little bug
darkness,
where you have to
we
kind
are
of
here
reset
to
an
help.
NPC to get a quest going.
Be strong.
It's been around for so long. Kobis have already been dragging innocent villagers to the shore. They'll drown them and eat them. We have to save them.
We carry the flame into the unknown.
Kobis lurk in the shadows of murky water and snatch any who come near, faster than a viper. And that's just when they hunt alone. In numbers they are a swarm to be reckoned with. They've been a plague on our outskirt villages since the day we arrived. They eat the victims alive, given the chance. We must rescue the villagers that have already been dragged into the water.
Don't give in to fear.
General, judging by the glint in your eye, you wish to join Faerun in this madness. To push into the Kobis waters in the darkness, you are a fool with a death wish. Take as many of those damnable fish out as you can before they drag you into the depths for dinner.
Our holy mission takes a toll. Soldiers, with me!
We're going to slow march up the hill. Oh,
I'm more fighter than healer. Can you?
Not with the light. But I know first aid.
oh, Anduin. It'll come back to you, bub. It will. You just got to have some faith. Faerun charges off into more. Hang on. I hate to do this to you both, but there's shiny ore over here. Oh, it despawned. Curse you, game. There's something out in the water. Murk shade. Big fish. And a lost cache. Oh, it's luring me to it. Ah, I wonder what this fin thread is. Fun deep sea creature things. Nope, no big breath, thank you. Look, shades. Surprising that it split. Oh, summoned more? Upgrade, we'd take it. Deep water abomination. Didn't want to overload that one and get teleported somewhere.
Outsiders are a welcome surprise.
So we're going real deep sea fish people. And with the void and delving too deep kind of vibes. Very different from the Jinyu. A gasping, pathetic looking fish taken from the corpse of a Kobis flops weakly into your hand. Its beady eye twitches, and you suddenly hear a breathless voice in the recesses of your mind. The water! Take me to the water! Away from these Kobis wretches! Away from the sky. Sure? Ooh. There's some old WoW model designs, like the Undead Starting Zone. Spruced up a little bit, of course. This design. And certainly more monstrous and deep sea themed than the Jinyu.
We burn brightly together.
I'll give these fish fiends a taste of my blade later. Once I've healed. they've got eel pets and all kinds of stuff. Oh, poison, we get rid of that. Alright, we can chuck a barrel.
There is always hope if we choose to look for it.
The flame light your path, hero. Right, that big one for a moment. Is that all over there? Bismuth! Oh, it's kind of like, not oily, but it's like bubbling at the bottom of the thing. Let's hope this isn't an Azeroth fish. Peculiar fish. Fish gulps down salt water to regain its breath and then turns to look at you with intelligent eyes. I live thanks to you. The shade of these rocks suits me nicely for the work to be done. Allow me to repay your selfless gesture. Not so, fish. Sharp intelligence in the fish's eyes betrays the idea that it is in any way ordinary. When the fish speaks, its lips do not move. You hear its voice in your head. Absolutely Azeroth fish vibes. No doubt you have found that your senses cannot be trusted when dealing with the Kobis. Tremendous power, is it not? It is only fair that you show them the power they wield is not theirs alone. We'll show you how to craft a tool to lure and destroy them. You will find their kind carry shards taken from the deep. Bring them to me. Evil fish. To deceive the senses of these Koibis is one matter. To know what will captivate them is another. They champ and drool at the thought of devouring your kind, but it is the voices of the deep that transfix them and lower their guard. It is then that you will strike. Search their shrines to gain an insight for what these wretches hold sacred. See how they have twisted the bellowing truths that lie below. You are a scary fish. Do the quest in this direction first, just to see if they lead up over. Rather than doubling back. Well, raspy fish boys.
Feel the warmth of the sacred flame.
Hope there's not a huge amount of fish to voice. Will absolutely bugger my throat. Deep water abomination. Oh, it's full of pus and ooze and things and decomposing limbs sewn together. Not sewn as much congealed. Ugh. Oh, that helped.
Feel the warmth of the sacred flame.
Oh no, literally being eaten alive. No.
We are the holders of hope.
Thought I was done for. Thank you. You are welcome.
What can I do?
Shadows are unsettling.
You have our thanks, Farron Lothar. And you too, outsiders.
Lothar?
Plot thickens. Thank you. These people are badly hurt, but I think they will make it. Some seem to have some skill in healing of their own.
I hear a radiant song.
These foes are relentless.
Will I be forgiven?
I will see you through the shadow. In my heart,
I trust in your
there is
strength.
fire.
I must ask you go ahead to reinforce Shia's yearning. Anduin and I can see my people to safety in the Rails Crossing. With the darkness in the Koibis, the hearts of my people and Shia's yearning will be faltering to fear. We can't let them wallow. Light a torch with the sacred flame in the center of town and use it to inspire my people's valor. Remind them of their strength. We will catch up to you. May the flame guide you, my friend. Ooh. Cosmetics. Only one? Burning torch or not burning torch? I feel like we'd go extra and get the burning one. This is probably one of those things like in Dragonflight where you get the other one later.
Strong, my friend. If more of those fishy bastards try to... my leg, I can't... Oh.
Sit down, dear.
Easy. We'll patch you up. Friend, go assist the General in Cena's yearning. We'll meet you there.
Hang on, but
I will
Anduin.
help if I can. Did I hear that right earlier? You're, Lothar?
You know the name?
Know it. I was named for Anduin Lothar, one of Stormwind's greatest heroes. He was close friends with my
Oh boy,
grandfather,
Anduin
King
dropping
Lee
bombs.
Few names hold higher esteem. You must be a lady, or...
Oh no, don't you start using formalities on me.
She didn't blink an
My
eyelid for it.
family is
An
noble,
eyelid.
but it's been long since we've seen great fortune. To think I had relatives in the old world. Wonderful. I hope I can live up to such legends. Wait, if your grandfather was king of this Stormwind, then Anduin, my new friend, are you a king?
There it is.
Not anymore. So, don't you start using formalities on me, either.
It's going to be quite the zone for you, isn't it, Anduin? Excuse me, fish. I just need to get this ore. Nope. No, fish necromancy, thank you. Speaking of fish necromancy. Oh, it's a weeping one. We haven't tried overloading this yet. Overloading weeping deposits will cause an immediate mutation to occur and change them into a dangerous creature. This creature can provide a healthy source of samples. But we lose the ore in the process. Spirally underwater looking structure thing. Whizzle. Ice cream. Oh. They are gone, but their blood remains. The blood remembers. Absolutely N'Zoth fish. Can't remember that like deep Darren DePaul voice for N'Zoth. It's been a while since I've heard it. Give me that. Oh. Deliverer. Very carefully pushing its way along the river. Oh, that's kind of the necromancy at work. Really making use of that bobbly ooze skeleton. See, this does, like, you know. Swim in these dark waters and be changed by them. Light shines in these depths. It's all very grim. Two more shards, one more altar. Treasure up there in a footlocker. Dark blood rains from the false sky. It tastes of wars past and wars to come. Very, very ominous, Mr. Fish. Very, very ominous indeed. Grab that bismuth. I'll grab the two behind us as well. We're gonna need it. Star-blessed glimmerfly. Oh. Catch 5. Sure. Still glimmerfly. 2 more. And 1 more. Valadar's glimmer clings to you and illuminates your surroundings, revealing a hidden treasure. Cave Spelunker's torch. Ooh, a toy. Come on, we have adventures to go on. Ha! It does actually shed light. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. It's a fun little toy. We're still somewhat shining as well. Ooh, a glyph. It's my right above his heads. As well as bug scouts. South. Under this bridge. Northeast. There. Boop. Ooh. Crystalled aqualite. Aquarite. Hang on. To the fish first. Then a little side quest takes us up there.
Bring the materials, only then can we continue. Glinting abyssal shards and strands of coral, bound with words of power and worn around the neck. I will show you how to trick the senses of your enemies. You see now what the Kobish revere. It's time to put that dark knowledge to use.
Chieftain Gilcarver. Insulated by Kobish forces, Gilcarver fortifies his kin's assault against landwalkers.
It is done. Take this tidal charm, cloak your form in the darkness of the sea, and unmake the Koibis. Their strongest warriors gather and scheme against your kind upon that central island. With the lure, they will not see you for what you are. Use that advantage to become their end. Understand, as the Koibis fall, to this is a power you borrow. It belongs to the sea.
Okay, N'Zoth fish. Clearly N'Zoth fish. Or void fish. Evil fish. I don't think it's the same model as the one they did use for the N'Zoth one, but given it's already getting us to be tempted by void powers, I am under no illusion it is in fact adjacent at most. At worst, rather. Alright. Ooh, poison's hurting. Oh, yes, we should use the lore he actually gave us. Did that just go in our inventory? I don't see it. Oh, there, right in front of me. Doi. Alright, now we try it. Oh, they have to be within the circle. Right. It's alright, we're learning. Still not proving too much of a bother. As long as we don't pull more than a few. There it is. Ooh. Yeah. Big help. Not avoiding dots though, are you? Get burnt by the sun. Oh, the bleed. I like that squeaky noise it does. Checking with fish first, it may move us further afield.
With this, the lesson has been given. They will think twice before considering my kind as meat. You kill well, Landwalker. The power of the deep must be returned. Our time together nears its end. I remain weakened by my time so near the searing light of the surface. I ask that you take me to deeper waters, away from these Koibis, where I can return to my kind.
Oh, we can get him as a friend. Look at that. Got you, fish. Got the fish in deeper waters in the bleak sand. Oh. Way. Alright, fish. We'll take you home. And doom ourselves in the process. Ooh, lots of fish. Be right back for you, fish. There you are. A warbling cry emanates from the fish, casts its song into the ocean depths.
I expected an ignoble end at the hands of the Kilbish for my folly. Never could I have believed a land dweller would be my savior. I remember you. Now, let the facade be at its end. My kind will be expecting me.
We'll see if the voice was on point. It might be like a fluffy, kind-looking creature. The fish's form begins to shift and unwind. You realise it's a guise as a fish. It's been yet another illusion. Yep, old goddy squid. A whisper.
Our cooperation is at an end. Now I return to the sea beneath the sea, away from this accursed star. Bring its light to our depths, and we shall be your crushing end. Let us not meet again. The thought of your drowned corpse displeases me.
Well, that went about as we would expect. Oh. There is Bulpy Fish. Webbed ore. Oh, no level. just want it. Yeah, I can get it from here. Come here. Disgusting web. I don't want to fight alone. There's fish in the other direction. Frothing waters requires bleak chum. I've not found any chum. It's those runes that thing's got on it and around on the ceiling. So many questions. Wonder how many will even be answered through the course of this campaign. Erosion polished slate. Ooh, free knowledge. And our new friend. Oh, let's just give us a spiked slug looking thing. Sure. For there, we're not far off getting to that 60 point now where we can mount and gather. Excuse me, fish folk. I just need to get this treasure. Ow, ow. Oh, it was an elite. I didn't even notice. That's what I get for not paying attention. It's alright, plenty of mana. Need to be way more careful. It was worth it, got some stuff. Are these all elites around here? They are, god damn it. That's a new fishing node. Wants it. Can I get it sneakily? Not quite. Oh, I have my Tuskar dinghy. What am I doing? Hey, completely forgot. It was worth getting this. Haha. Buggered it. It's fine. Big crab. Come on. Get me back on my dinghy. There we go. Seeker thread. Spin this thread into your galley weaver line, permanently increasing your Kazalgar perception by 1 when using this enchantment. I don't think I have a weaver line. Whatever that is. I assume then I can't do anything with it for now. Dark Moon card. Quiet belting out in this one. A very different vibe from the Isle of Dawn. Gorgeous music nonetheless. Ooh, yes, that's why we're fishing now. Just straight up get a spear. And a sledgehammer, back to back. Wonderful stuff. That makes me very happy. It just gives, honestly, it just gives me more of a reason to fish. If I can just randomly find transmog. Still a long way to go in terms of getting this fishing skill up to max, but might well be worth it if this is how much they're putting into fishing going forward. Right, let's open up our Darkmoon card packs. Need to bob all of that into the Warband bank at some point. Can't do that yet. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, let's open our war bank and get stuff deposited then, just while we're here. It's filling up. We're not in too much danger of it being completely full yet. It's the fact you get, you know, the different rarities of each thing, that's when it starts becoming a problem. We still have all this Dragonflight stuff. Oh, it might be worth just bobbing all that on the auction house at some point and hoping we can clear out the bank, but... because getting this 500k is going to be an absolute nightmare. Right, let's check this other island. Ooh, rich Acorite. This place has not done well. Fallen sky ships. Right, stand right up its nose. We tend to avoid most of the explosions. I've not gone to light the Velen's claim Dawn Tower before. I wonder if I'll meet Velhan himself. That may not be the honor you think it is, Aemir. What? Every Arathi knows about Velhan's leadership on the Day of Darkness.
True. Every Arathi knows the story.
How are we doing?
In hardship, kindness.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Tena. This is Aemir. The Dawn Tower at Velhan's claim went dark a while ago. With all that's been happening, we're only just getting here to help. We did some scouting, and it seems the area is overrun with Koibis. I imagine Velen's holed up inside instead of fighting them off. Good thing for his people that we're here, and it's better still to have you along helping.
Keep an eye on the Dawn Towers.
Everything rises and falls on leadership. With a good leader, a unit can achieve almost anything. With a bad leader, chaos ensues and success moves out of reach. I've seen that firsthand. Without leaders, the Koibis siege will break like a wave, and everything else we do here becomes easier. I've seen 3 Koibis who seem to be leading the others. Let me mark their location on your map. Deal with them and we're much more able to help Velen's claim.
Walk in the light.
You carry your torch, you light the city.
I'm glad you're here with us. How did you become a lamplighter? Like everyone here, I came to Hallowfall with the Armada, seeking the source of the Emperor's vision. We were all sure it was going to lead us to the glorious battle of Renilash. Instead, a lot of our ships crashed when we were teleported underground, and the rest of us have been here since. Having no night was an adjustment, but when the crystal darkened a few years later, I'd never been more afraid. I found my way through that fear by helping others. Over time, it became more and more clear that my place was here with the Lamplighters. Having a purpose keeps the fear at bay. So which one of you is in charge then? We're working together to protect and bring light to those in need. No one's in charge. We cooperate and watch each other's backs. Tena has been a lamplighter longer than me, and I've learnt a great deal working with him. Though I think he says he's learnt a lot from me as well. We work together, though neither of us is over the other. Alright.
Stay alert.
Cage match. When we were scouting before you arrived, we saw a lot of cages set up around Velen's claim. Typically, the Kobish used these to hold their victims until they're needed for a ritual sacrifice. Those sacrifices lead to a lot of other dark activities, not the least of which is eating the victims. Let's get ahead of all that. Take my torch and destroy the cages, so we don't have to see that happen to anyone from Velhan's claim. Sure, we will stop them eating the peoples.
Vigilant in the night.
We'll try to fight through Velen's claim while you soften the Kobish assault.
You'll be relieved to see a pair of lamplighters.
Well, they'll be glad to see one of us at least. What do you mean, Tena? I'll explain on the way, Amir. Oh, there's something going on there. We've ought to get first. The being murdered and eaten civilians is one thing, but we've got to mine ore. Hello. Somewhat an ambush. Oh, didn't poison me outright. Burn the cages. Raising the dead. Casual fish necromancy. Ooh, what's that up there? A lost memento. I'll be right back, cages. Let me just grab whatever this is. Ah. A grave of some kind. I wouldn't call this lost, as maybe put here in, you know, reverence. Lightbearer's pendant. Not an upgrade. Oh, just casually grave robbing at that point. It's alright, I'm pretty sure we've done worse. Ironically. Good Finn. Very rude. Big on, fish. Rare and some shiny ore. Higher up. Ow.
It's too far away.
I fell. Now I'm in trouble. We got a tag. But we're oh no. I mean, at least we survived. I can't help you, Demon Hunter.
I'm out of range.
I'm stuck. I real biffed it.
I need to get closer.
Still counts as in combat. Had a glyph pop up then. The undersea. Out and about the undersea? Get off me. Again, sweeping Grizzle Hills-esque music. Don't trust any of these fish now. I know the big crystal in the sky at this point is locked via the story of when it will change, but if we were just in the zone regularly, it would change of its own accord as far as I'm aware. I'm not sure if it's the night-day cycle or a little longer. I know when it changes, that's when people have to Like go and like when the shadow comes, you have to go and help the light, defend stations. I'd love to see how the specifics of that turn out. Oh, we can get wax in other zones. That's nice. That's not limited just to the Ringing Deeps. It will certainly help with the process of getting our wax contribution up. Cliff, where? Northeast. North. Behind this tower. South. Aha! Under the house. Good, good, good. Now we're looking for one more fishy leader. Here. Good, good. Marker right. More fish. Oh, miscellaneous captive. Oh wait, this is a fake. Yeah. Very mean fish people. Very mean. Nope. No necromancy for you. Get some more fish. Yeah, and until we actually start getting on alts and doing other professions, I don't think it'll fill up. Morning AJ in the chat, hope you're well. Project Zomboid, name rings a bell. A long time ago. Starting as a firefighter in a sleepy town, push neighbours to acquire goods, get jump scared, instantly scratched. Oh no. Zombie things. It'll be a learning process, it always is with new games. Give yourself the patience, the time, you'll be fine. We are dealing with deep sea fish people at the moment, who are taking captured humans, eating them, using illusions to trick us, and they also have necromancy. We also had an evil void fish that we helped escape. That was kind of mocking them. We had to do a very deep and evil fish voice for a while. It was quite fun. Though it's hurt my throat, so I have to call it in. Alright, more fish. Right, I'm liking this zone a lot. See that big old crystal up there? It shifts from light and void, so it changes the whole vibe of the zone every so often. We're currently tied to it via quest lines, but it changes quite naturally on its own. It's a very cool zone. Well, this old Arathi human empire from a continent of light that worships an emperor and his divine will and his light. Some very familiar themes. Praise the emperor and praise the light, being quite a few. Zomboid game starts with the word, "This is how you died." Pretty heavy start. Let's go like this tower. Hey. Tena, long time. What brings you here to my part of Hallowfall? Your dawn tower is unlit, Velhan. Emir and I came to investigate. It's an honor to meet you, Duke Velhan. Tena has told me about his service with you. I've heard the stories as well. Of course we can deal with the Kobis. You are welcome to assist if you choose. Yes, exactly, AJ, exactly. Some good inspiration from there. But I like the vibe they've all got as well. Like their airships, like they were sailing to the final battle of Light and Void. And then you can see some airships in distance there. They all got teleported just to this place, deep underground, to where this crystal was. And you can see it on like their belongings and stuff. Things are just bolted to the floor. Like these rivets and stuff. Because they were all once within airships.
Outsiders are a welcome
Excellent.
surprise.
That will put us on the Koibis on a more even footing, at least in terms of leadership. They still outnumber us by a lot, but one thing at a time.
If the shadows find you, call.
Good work. Without their cages, the Koibis won't be able to take prisoners. No prisoners means no foul rituals. Preventing those gives us a much better chance of saving the people at Velen's claim.
For the Empire.
Regardless of what history Teynar and Vel can have between them, we need to take care of the people here at Velhan's Claim. Will you please check in with the families here? Let them know we're here to help. And if they're worried or need anything, reassure them that the Lamplighters will drive back the Koibis. Yes, sure, we'll have a chat with them. Hello.
Burn brightly together.
I trusted Duke Velhan to lead us when we moved our family here from Meladar, but all he's done is stay inside and tell us to wait. Does he think the Koibis will go away? We're here, it's fine. Thank you, that's reassuring. We've been locked up in here for weeks. It's getting hard to stay sane, honestly. And then the alternative seems to be being killed and eaten by the Koibis. We're here.
Shine on you. Outsiders are a welcome surprise.
I'm confident Duke Velhan has things well in hand. He's a great leader. You know, it's because of his leadership that relatively few of his Arathi were lost at Velhan's fall.
We're all down here together. In hardship, kindness. Find joy in the
That's a repeat. That's a repeat.
Keep an eye on the Dawn Towers.
There is always hope if we choose to
Same
look
again.
for it.
Feel the warmth.
Afraid that one's over my head, AJ.
Walk in the light.
We burn brightly together. Feel the warmth of the sacred flame.
I'll be honest. I'm going pretty crazy. How long does he think we can stay cooped up in here, even if our food doesn't run out? I'm worried that bringing my family here was a mistake.
We're all down here
It's
together.
alright, I think we got this. Child.
What are you?
Also with the half-elven pointy ears they've all had. There's a limit how often you can race up the stairs screaming, and you can only play so much Light's Gambit. I want to play that minigame, child. I saw the instruction book. Someone's going to have to teach me how to play.
Don't wander off into the dark.
And we have another child. Maximilian Velhan. Yeah, I'm pretty scared of the Koibis. I already told you. My dad's going to take care of them. He's a hero. I'm going to be one too, just like him. I hope you're right, Max. There's a lot of Koibis out here.
Grown-ups say be careful in the dark.
I'm Max. My dad is the leader here, and I am a great hero. Don't worry, Max. The Lamplighters will. Oh, I know. Everything is going to be fine. My dad will beat the Koibis here, just like he did when the crystal first went dark. He's just waiting for the right time. Hope I can be a hero like him someday.
One day, I'll be a lamplighter.
I'm afraid that still doesn't help illuminate things for me. It's alright. I apologise. The Koibis aren't going to go away if you just wait long enough. Teynar, we don't have a choice. This is a farming community. We left our arms in Meladar to live in peace. I'm the only one here with proper equipment for a battle. And yet you're holed up here instead of defending your people. Some things never change, Velhan. Enough, Teynar. Risk your life fighting the Koibis if you wish, but we will wait them out.
Sacred
No, dear.
guide your way, friend.
We're here to help, but I've learned in the past that there are times hope and reassurance can be the most urgent need. While you are talking with the residents, Teynar and I have determined what our next steps are going to be. We need to give the people some room to breathe, but we need to prepare them to fight.
When the star shifts, seek shelter.
It seems Velhan and his followers hoped they could live in peace here. They were so sure, in fact, that they didn't bring any weapons with them. This is a problem. With the Koibis attacking now, but the Koibis can actually solve it for us. They've bought plenty of spears for their siege on Velen's claim, and a spear will skewer a Koibis just as well as a human. Head out there and gather some spears for the people, and they won't have to be so afraid.
May the shadows pass you by.
What's this history with you and Velhan? There's definitely history. My history isn't the public version. That paints him as a hero. Velhan was my captain back in the service, on the Indomitable. We were out on patrol looking for any signs of encroaching threats, Nerubians from Garians, or anything else that comes at us from these caverns that we were still getting to know. We hadn't encountered the Koibis yet. Things went well enough for our patrol until the crystal changed. What happened? This was the first time it had ever happened. After years of steady, unwavering light, we all froze. None of us had any idea what this meant. It'd be terrifying. It's all been light the whole time, then suddenly, evil! Valhan was the first to move. After I'm not sure how long, he said we had to get back to Meladar to protect the city from whatever was happening. Brave, I guess, but without Beladar's light, we hit an outcropping of rock we couldn't see. Broke it loose, in fact. It crashed down into the water below, not before tearing our envelope and putting a hole in the bow. That was the start of a wild ride down. Two things you shouldn't combine, falling and darkness. Not all of us lived through it, but our impact wasn't the end of a nightmare. What else could go wrong? You'd think that it'd be worse, but Velkin learned the wrong lesson from what happened. Instead of evaluating before acting, he chose not to act. We were in a broken ship, many of us injured, and when we should have started finding our way to safety, he decided we should stay and wait for help. And for the first time, the Koibis were coming ashore. We couldn't even see them in the darkness. Our first indication of trouble was the screams of a crewmate carried away. Tena sighs. The report Velhan made back at Meladar was very different from what happened.
Don't
dear.
despair. The shadows sense it.
Ever seen the 1998 Godzilla movie? It's the theme song of the movie. I have seen it as a friend who would introduce me to those movies, but it was so long ago, I cannot recall. I don't remember if we watched all of it at the time. Yes, I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan. I have nothing but respect for Godzilla in the franchise and understand the adoration people have. I remember seeing one with a giant Mothra, and that had a very silly chant. Like there were people singing Mothra, like that. That stuck in my memory more. But that one, no, I do not believe so, or at least that I can remember. I will have seen it or bits of it at some point, but as I say, my memory is
We're all down
garbage.
here together.
The problem I see is the Koibis. There's just so many of them. Everyone here was serving in the Empire's military when we arrived in Hallowfall. They must be rusty now. They've all trained before and know how to be dangerous. We need to eliminate every disadvantage, including the Koibis numbers. So head out there and even up the numbers. Emir and I will keep everyone here safe.
Beladar shine on you.
Understood. I'll go do what I do.
I'm out of range.
Took this from a Koibis trying to pull you in Vel's claim. With enough parts, you may be able to turn the tables. Interesting. More items to learn.
It's too far away.
Ooh, more treasure in the water. We got a couple of transmog pieces. We found a full spear and a full maul in the waters earlier. It was very nice. AJ in the chat. Mothra is a classic. For me, it's nothing deeper than big monsters fight other big monster. Googly eyes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like that specific Rim movie I enjoyed for the same reason. Sometimes it's just fun to watch big robots fight big monsters, or watch big monsters fight big monsters, or watch tiny people try and fight big monsters. Just entertainment for entertainment's sake. People forget that sometimes. Exactly. But man, we just need to have dumb entertainment. Doesn't have to be any more or any less. Not saying I want every single movie ever to be so, but they all need their place. Very ominous spot to be fishing in. If the music will turn more cheery once it goes back to light. We see giant squids swimming in the sky around it as well. That's nice, isn't it? Just gently glooping through the air. Then there was some wreckage. The wreckage is good because that's what we found our transmog stuff in. Give me some goodies. Deck of cards. Oh, singular card, I suppose. More cards. And eventually our inscriptor will do something with those, though again I've never really understood the whole deck of cards thing. More cards. Six of Radiance, the 2 of Radiance, and the 3 of Radiance. Combine the Ace through 8 and complete the set.
I don't have a target.
Absolutely, AJ. Completely agree. Especially when you got to really voice them out, don't you? You got to get your hands involved. It's good stuff. I go for the warband. More weeping ore, infused with the blood of the old gods. Deadly poisoned. Good job. We can just cleanse poison. Ain't no bother for me. This one's blowing up at point blank, so we stand a little further away from it. Imperfect nullstone. A fair few of those now. We might be able to combine them into something fancy. Okay, killed all the attackers we need. One more spear. Grab the shiny ore. Well, from what my mining journal explained to me, nature works in mysterious ways, but there is nothing natural about rocks covered in dynamite. Abnormally rich metal deposits spotted by helpful engineers are sometimes rigged up for detonation for an easy yield, but they are often abandoned when the demolitionists come to their senses. Keeping one's distance and mining delicately may be enough to chip off a piece or two, but the process of natural selection need not be explained further. Good luck. And that is why the nodes for explosive immune is rigged with loose dynamite. Because some engineers thought that would be a good idea and ran away.
We burn brightly together. If the shadows find you, call.
I just know is when we overload one, it is enough to kill me regardless of my immunity shield. It's bang, dead. Again, as we level up our mining, we'll gain, like, stats and abilities to deal with that more easily in one of the specialized trees that focuses on the specific types of ore. I prefer the more general, like, talents first. To be able to gather it while staying on your mount, for example, just speeds up the process, so I like gunning for that first.
You know, I've hated the Koibis ever since they were dragging my fellow stalwarts into the night as dinner guests. Hopefully because of the work you've done, that won't happen to any of the citizens of Velhen's Claim.
Don't despair. The shadows sense it.
Beware the shadows.
Koibis giving you trouble? Soon the people of Velhen's Claim will be the ones giving them trouble.
Always be prepared.
Good work. This is exactly what we need to not just drive them back today, but to make sure the people of Velhen's Claim can defend themselves in future.
May the shadows pass you by.
The people of Velhen's Claim have been locked up inside, afraid of the dark for too long. There's plenty to fear out there, but these are capable, strong people. They should be driving the Koibis away, not hiding behind their walls. Get these spears to the people of Velhen's Claim. They've learnt to hide from their problems, but we'll give them the means to take their lives back.
Stay productive in the light, vigilant in the night.
In hardship,
Here's a spear.
Beladar shift
On everyone.
Beladar shine on you. There is always hope if we choose to look for it. May Beladar stay in the
Probably
light.
not give a spear to a child.
May Beladar stay in the light.
Stay alert.
We are the holders of hope.
There we go. Everybody got a spear. So I thought we'd better tell you where Max had gone before something bad happens. What? Maximilian is outside? By the Koibis? By himself? It's my time. I'm going out fighting. We need to rescue him. Oh dear.
We are the seekers of light.
Aye, a bit of their own spear fishing. Teach a man to fish indeed, questline.
The star shifts seek
Speak to me at once. My son is in danger.
The flame burns for all of us.
My son is out there with the Koibis. He convinced the other kids they should sneak out with him to fight. They said we should be brave like my dad. When they met a Koibis, the others all ran back here, while he ran toward the crashed ship to lead it away. I have not handled myself bravely. The story of the Indomitable says I was a hero. Those lies were my report. If there was ever a time to step up, it's now. I'm no match for the Koibis alone. Come with me. Help me save Maximilian.
Always be prepared.
Aelin, I hope you find Max safe. If Max... I could never live with that. Let's go.
Walk in the light.
A lot of things went wrong when the Indomitable crashed. But the most upsetting one is that when the order was finally given to make our way back to Mereldar, we couldn't honour our fallen comrades. It seems the Koibis reanimated our fallen stalwarts who now wander the Indomitable in a ghastly skeletal form. Take their tinderboxes. We can deliver those to the sacred flame. They'll finally be free after all these years.
Keep an eye on the Dawn Towers.
Sorry, Duke, I know your son's in danger, but there's ore to be mined. There's always ore to be mined. Your son's fine. There's no timer on these quests. Or you just casually swim through the air as the animation catches up. I won't fish, alright? How's that? I won't do the fishing. Stay away from my son and the people of Velhen's Claim. Nice boy. Dad, I thought the airship would be safe, but it wasn't, so I hid here. I was scared. It's okay, Max. We're here. Let's go home. I'm sorry. I wanted to help fight the Koibis, but they were bigger than I thought, so I ran. Oh, silly child. We'll meet you back at the claim. Thank you for getting me back to Maximilian. It's a big old skyship before it crashed. Cannot cleanse that, it's magic.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
There's all their tinderboxes. Alright, let's get them put back then.
May Beladar stay in the light.
The flame burns for us all. I wish I could have saved them that night. I'm glad we'll be able to honor their memories. It's what we would all want if it happened to us.
Find joy in the flame's light.
I hate to think what would have happened to Maximilian without your help. I also know I would be the same coward had you, Teynar, and Amir not come to help Velhen's claim. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to approach everything differently going forward. Thank you. What's the future for the claim? Velhen's claim was built on lies. Lies I told, and lies I allowed people to tell around me. I take responsibility for that. It's going to be rebuilt on two things. Truth and courage. The people have to know the story of the Indomitable, and how I failed that night. They have to know the claim won't be safe or idyllic. There will be more Koibis, perhaps other threats. We'll need to fight to protect it. If they wish, I'll step down from leading. If they'll continue to have me, though, I'll be honest with them about the risks and hardships. And we'll work together to face them courageously.
When the star shifts, seek shelter.
I know it sounds trite, but I could never thank you enough for getting Max home safely. For all this, you've also shown me I need to be out front, leading the way for my people. I've seen there are outcomes worse than death. I can't undo the mistakes I've made in the past, but I can be certain not to repeat the pattern.
Stay productive in the light.
Teynar, I know you've held a grudge against me for years. We don't have to get into it, Velhen. No, I failed you, and the crew, and covered it with lies. Can't make right what happened back then. What's more, I failed my people here when the Koibis attacked, staying back and waiting for them to leave. What, Dad? That's not true. My cowardice endangered us all, even Maximilian. I'm sorry, Max. It is. I'm the last one you shouldn't be saying you shouldn't be hard on yourself, but you showed up today. I had to, Tanner. And things will be different going forward. Better to charge into the darkness than hide in denial. You and Baroque helped me see that. Well, Tenor?
We are the holders of hope.
Koibis normally live deep underwater. When Beladar is at its brightest, they don't bother us. Other sources of bright light will usually keep them away. Definitely weaken them. As lamplighters, we not only go into the dark to protect those in need, but we provide them the light that will keep them safe. Go set up these torches along the perimeter, and meet us up at the Dawn Tower behind Velhen's claim. Ooh. We get a little sensor transmog. Look at that with a little glowy flame. Very nice. Very subtle little effect.
We're all down here together.
We'll go and light the perimeter. Fish. More fish. Just trying to light the beacons. No! I will not eat you. Match is struck, and a blazing star is born. Two more. Yeah. Oh, they're up at the big light tower. Hang on. I see another intruder back here. Sneaky illusion fish. Not animate your bones.
Outsiders are a welcome surprise.
Lighting the Dawn Tower will give the people of Velhen's Claim a real advantage over the Koibis, to say nothing of igniting their hopes and instilling courage. Let's light it then.
Shadows find you. Call.
Duke Velhen, are you and your son ready? Indeed. May the light of this Dawn Tower drive back the Koibis. We light the sacred flame over Velhen's Claim. Light to keep us truthful and courageous. Light to keep us safe. And light to remember lost friends. The sacred flame burns for us all.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend. For the Empire.
You saved my son. You broke the spine of the attack on our home and gave us what we need to fight. You helped me to be the leader I pretended I was. Thank you. The Lamplighters will always have allies in Velhen's Claim.
Beware the
They do have that vibe going on, don't they? That's some of the armor we can get for ourselves. I think the one he's wearing is the male armor version for shamans and such. She is wearing some of the plate, or maybe that's more of the male. Hard for me to know. There's a lot more of them about the place. We'll be going to see some in a moment. We've got the main quest over here. We'll swoop it on over there. Well, this place has been riddled by fish. Never mind, they're all dead.
Is Farron well?
This general is in a lot of the heavier plate one with like the sun glowing throughout the armor. You have a lot of their warriors fighting over here. Big Inquisitor vibes. You must light the torch though. And rally the troops. Not those troops apparently. Different troops. Oh, there we go. You've got this, everyone. To arms! We will protect our homes. They're all like half-elves as well, in their lineage. It was the elves who taught them magic and the humans who went to those distant shores, or are from those distant shores. Interesting stuff. Don't quite know the specifics yet. Some ideas. Come on, be rallied.
I'm glad you're all right, Farron. Now stop and take a breath for once.
And Faerun here is our like individual character leading us in with our friend Anduin, who has grown up. Like when you last saw Anduin, he was a child in Stormwind Keep. Come a long way. Faerun here doing a lot. He's got like very unique armor and stuff.
We are far from the Empire. We lose so many to the darkness.
I will always try. Who is calling for help?
We carry the flame.
The Arathi are
into the
strong,
unknown.
proud. Koibis may be vile, but they will not win this day.
Despite everything. the
So,
Arathi
you
find
outsiders and
joy.
Faerun managed to both survive and save the villagers at the beach? Steelstrike breathes a quick prayer in relief. We're in trouble here. Koibis brought some of their strongest forces to the doorsteps of villages. We have our hands full just holding the line. If you can take out these monsters, we might be able to turn the tide.
The Arathi will fight so long as the light is with us. Destroy those monsters!
Aye aye.
It's too far away.
Not meat. Two more. No waterworks for you. What is happening to that bull and that shellhorn down there? They're just love hearts and staring at each other. A little odd game, but sure, we'll leave them to it. There's so much happening here. Now is not the time, wildlife. Whereas nature doesn't care. Accidentally aggroing everything with my light attacks. I do need to check what the other spec is like at some point, just to see the differences. Because I just don't want to replace my like flame wave with a big hammer. It's mainly what it is. It's all aesthetics for me.
This land was not what we expected.
Every Arathi has killed more Koibis than I care to count. I've also lost more Arathi to Koibis than I want to count. I don't know what underwater cavern they hail from, but I shudder to think of it.
We are surrounded by dangers.
Big void blast.
A wave of shadow. What just happened?
The light went to shadow. New for them as well.
When shadow falls, lamplighters rise.
Piran's eyes, wide, dart around in surprise. What just happened? Did you see that shadow? In the oil well, it's gone dark? I've never seen anything like this before. Could it be the nearby Dawn Tower?
If you are lost in darkness, those shadows came from the Dawn Tower.
Baron, wait! We must withdraw to Merildar!
Heraldar. Oh, Dawn Tower's now got a purple crystal in it.
The tower.
Someone's messing things up.
We are a light in the darkness. A beacon. The Dawn Tower. What is happening to it?
Oh no. Cultists. Malaria.
Alric! She's...
The Harbinger has whispered to me of your arrival.
Oh, this voice.
And your failure at Dalaran.
The fantasy voice.
Where is your master?
Oh dear. Zalatath, many plans. Turning
No!
factions inside out.
The sacred flame! What has Alric and his cults done?
I don't know. But they claim allegiance to Zalatath, and so their lives are forfeit.
Order of the Night Disciples.
We cannot hide from evil.
So much darkness. How could it come to this? Does light give way to darkness so easily? Who's this Elric then? Elric was one of us, a lamplighter. For years he worked with us to keep the Dawn Towers lit and the people of Hallowfall safe. We all trusted him. He'd fought with us. We'd saved people from the darkness together. Then he betrayed the Arathi, and everything the Lamplighters stand for. He ambushed my friend Andari and leads the Order of Night, who caused the breach here and all of these deaths. I'm still not sure. Was he ever good? Did he plan that from the start? I don't know anyone more terrible. No one even comes close. Anduin, what do you got to say, friend?
Heart, this fire.
Shadows are unsettling. They are, Anduin.
We will find Zalatath.
The fear and shame of these people lingers in the air like a fog.
She cannot hide from
This
me.
Order of Night, as they call themselves, did some foul ritual to turn the tower's flame to darkness. I know not what. We should investigate.
They will not escape.
The flame is corrupted. Can we restore it?
Try it.
This shadow. It's too much.
No, Valeria's going to deal with her.
Anduin, help her. Call upon the light once more.
Come on, Anduin.
No, I can't. There must be another way.
Oh, bless him. He just can't do it. He just can't do it yet. It's alright, Anduin. We'll get there. What clues can we find? An intent shadow just lingering. Dim lights of the shadow's eyes pierce your soul. What are you? And it's gone. Nothing worse than that. It's me. It's me. It was me floating behind me. Scary. And it's just following me now. Look. It's my silhouette. Don't like it. Don't want it. Want nothing to do with it. Kelfa Heaven. The wounds on the body form a ritualistic pattern. This poor soul was not only killed, but sacrificed to the darkness. We'll wish his spirit well. Intent Shadow says, "What are you?" Oh, it just whispered what I said back to me. No Death Bolt, thank you. An Order of the Night poster. My friends, we have lived in fear long enough. Beladar has been trying to show us the way. The light has forsaken us. In the light's glare we are all watched, exposed. In the darkness we are free. We are afraid of the dark only because the light wants us to be. Beladar has shown us the way. No more fear. Instead, we must become fear. Elric Lade. That was vaguely his voice. I think that's alright. That shadow of me is still following me. Order of the Night Journal. The journal is heavily scratched out and torn up. Few segments remain. Tabitha, I'm leaving. I'm tired. I don't expect you to understand. The Order of Night gathers strength. They hide in caves, in towns, and linger with our greatest enemies. They even have a base beneath one of their precious towers. The army has no idea. The light has made us all blind. Not me. Not anymore. What have we fought for this whole time? Why are we here? Does Beladar even know we exist? Does it love us for our devotion? Or does it hate us for holding it back? What if its true form is the darkness? We've toiled in the light for years. What good has it done? We die, picked off in the shadows, one by one. Perhaps we should listen to what Beladar is trying to tell us. There's comfort in the shadows. I'm tired, Tabitha. I know what this means. I know we will end up hurting our own, hurting you. I'm not sorry. Damn. Stop following me, Shadow. Things are getting pretty rough out here. Pole arm stuck in a book. Pole arm has faint sigils carved into the haft. They have been torn and changed, forming new shapes. They pulse with dark energy. Fancy spear. Listen, Mr. Shadow. It's just floating and following me. It's just kind of here. Creepy void things.
I am on the hunt.
Stay sharp. Something evil happened here. Seems like what you're doing in that book might be a little voidy.
Do not miss.
Tell Faerun what you have
Despite
learned.
Everything. A cave. Could they still be nearby, continuing to corrupt the flame? We are a light in the darkness. Don't give in to fear.
So they killed Kelfa too. Faerun squeezes her eyes shut and mouths a prayer and a curse at the same time. We'll make sure he gets a proper funeral. The Order of Night will pay for this. We sealed off Gloomcrag, the nearby cave, years ago. They must have dug their way in so they could target this Dawn Tower. How long have they been planning this? How long has the Order of Night been among our ranks?
We carry the flame.
Now in Zalatath,
into the
a long
unknown.
time. When I reached for the flame, I felt the overwhelming hopelessness and despair that had been poured into me. It pains me, but my light alone is not enough to banish these shadows. And so we take a more direct path. The remaining cultists have withdrawn to Gloomcrag Bower. Their combined power must be what's keeping the flame dark. We must stop them before this darkness spreads.
If you are lost in darkness, we are here.
Look out!
What are those things? They hardly seem real.
A trick of the shadow. I will deal with it. You all go ahead.
Alright, well, there we go. Where this cave then? Down this way. Faerun, you said this was sealed. This isn't sealed. It's wide open.
I need to get closer.
You will know my fear.
Beat the shadows back.
Darkness. All grows dim.
More cave this way.
Shadows consume you!
I don't have a target.
Oh, sneaking.
Quickly, friend. Alric is nowhere to be found. But these traitors are wielding powerful darkness up ahead.
So that appears to be some kind of portal.
We cannot hide from evil.
Faerun's jaw is firm. They made their choice.
A beacon in the dark.
Faerun speaks in a hushed, furious whisper. Good work. But before we can leave, there's something else. Down this way are some powerful priests. I think they are summoning something. Something big. No doubt to strike at us, above and drive us from the tower itself. It will be dangerous, but we must stop them. Are you with me? Yes.
If we stop that ritual, I should be able to cleanse the flame.
I love how her shoulder and shield both light up with fire as well. Got a very cool design. Just destroy the fancy rift. Footsie! Oh no.
Light be my...
I'm doing.
Stand strong. The darkness won't take us today.
Trapped in the darkness, there is no way out. Oh no. Inflict death. Rain of death. All these moves.
Anduin, your light. What happened to it?
It doesn't matter. I'm no longer worthy of it.
Oh, bless him.
Am I needed?
We have to get out. There must be a way. It's suffocating in here. Are we running out of air? We have to get out. He's just in it and panicking now. Erin's eyes are dark with weariness. It never ends, does it?
Don't give in to fear.
I've never seen shadows this deep, this vicious. It's almost like they're reaching for us. Erin shudders. We can't stay here.
In my heart,
More shadows. We're trapped in here, aren't we?
no, we're not giving up here.
Come on, Anduin. We moving, or am I having to... There we go.
Let's go. We can do this if we stick together.
Ooh, good pull in for the music.
The light shines through you. But what if it goes out? What if you failed your people?
You think I've never failed? I've never made mistakes? I was never even supposed to be in Hallowfall. I stowed away to escape a family that only ever saw me as a failure. Was it a mistake? I lost an eye and an arm for it. Does that make me unworthy of the light?
It needs someone to bring him back in.
I keep fighting because in the darkness, it's all we can do. I can't give up. It's not in my nature. And I don't think it's in yours either.
You don't understand. I've hurt people. I was controlled by darkness, but part of me enjoyed it.
Enjoyed hurting people? Or no longer being able to agonize over every thought and action? Having doubt, making mistakes, none of these make you unworthy, Anduin. They light your path forward.
Anduin looks surprised, but thoughtful. Good. Needed someone like Faerun to talk you through.
It's gone. There really is no way out.
Enough of your illusions, Zalatath!
Thank you, Illyria.
Meladar's light has returned. Thank you, Illyria.
Don't thank her yet, Faerun. You've yet to learn of her nature. I imagine that won't be an easy conversation. Oh, good.
What can I do?
Oh, light again. Anduin looks up at Beladar. It's light in his eyes. It really is something, isn't it? Faerun's right. Seeing the light return, can't help but feel hope swells in your chest. Even me. Anduin shakes his head. I'm sorry for what I said back there. I shouldn't have been dragging you and Faerun down with me.
I hear a radiant soul.
Faerun's being a real bro. She's been great. As an intro to a new character, she's been doing really well. Again, it feels like this whole Emperor of Light and the Light Kingdom across the seas we've yet to discover is probably going to be an enemy at some point. In the same way of all the Void things and nonsense, there is an overzealous Light army, like just killing people who do not follow all its rules. You know, that whole vibe. But at the moment, she's doing well to be on side. The weariness seems to have drained from Faerun's face. She smiles as she takes in the light of Beladar. Thank you for staying strong with me. Beladar shifts of its own accord. I do not think our actions here influenced it, and yet she smiles up towards Beladar. I can't help but love when it reflects the light in my heart. You and your friends are newcomers here, and yet I haven't felt this connected to anyone in a long time. Thank you for coming here, my friend.
Despite everything, the
Illyria?
find joy.
I'm glad you're safe. I sensed something amiss when those creatures suddenly stopped attacking the tower and disappeared. Beladar shifted on its own shortly after. That was no simple illusion Zalatath trapped you in. I wonder, was I its intended target? You, me, Anduin, Faerun. Perhaps she was happy to ensnare any of us.
I will not fail again.
Let me just get this all. Right, let me just... Don't mind me, I'm just... right here to the side. Gross webs.
I will see you through the shadow.
Do you feel it? Hope returning. Thank you for your help. The Dawn Tower's flame remains dark, but this time I think we'll be able to restore it. Let's meet at the tower.
Be strong, my friend.
Illyria, we would have been lost without you. Thank you.
I'm glad you're all safe. Let's end this.
That's really nice to come out and have it just be that huge bright beacon in the sky. The rune's still alight in the same way, which leaves me with many questions about it as a whole. The music has changed in the zone as well. Yeah, I really like this place. This place is really cool. Let's finish up this part of the quest line.
When shadow falls, lamplighters rise.
I'm ready. Cutscene! Oh, Illyria.
Join me, please.
You know the light is not with me.
There is no darkness so deep that the light cannot reach us.
Come on, Anduin, take the hand.
Just be here with me. Now, breathe. We are the seekers of light. We are the holders of hope. In the very heart of shadow, we are the lamps that guide the way.
Oh, look at the surprise on his face. He hasn't felt that for so long.
It's a first step. The rest is just time and trust.
He's beginning to believe.
My faith kindles my hope.
Faerun gives a warm, tired smile. Thank you. Thank the light you all arrived when you did. I'm glad we can help each other.
We carry the flame into the unknown.
There is one more quest line here for the main
A
campaign.
lamplighter brings hope. If you are lost in darkness,
We must get to
we are
Meladar
here to
and let
help.
General Steelstrike know what the Order of the Night tried here. Thank the Sacred Flame we stopped them before they could get any worse. Yes, I think we go to Meladar, we pick up all the side quests there, or at least get set up there. And that leaves us with just the whole zone to explore side quest wise.
Beacon in the dark. We need to return to Merodar. I need to let the general know what happened here.
Merodar.
This Order of Night is no mere cult. The Harbinger they speak of is Zalatath. She won't stop. Your people need to be ready.
Flying beam out. There's that big chap. I believe that's a dungeon. People are saying that's one of the best dungeons the game's had in years. That Dawnbreaker one up there on the hill. Certainly, look, it looks like it has old Scarlet Monastery vibes, just glancing upwards. Oh, a glyph. Where?
Alric corrupted the Dawn Tower's flame? Ashes take that man, and this Harbinger.
General?
We cannot hide from evil.
Finally, a chance to rest.
Don't give in to fear.
I would safeguard my people.
You have done us a great service. I have to put the army on high alert for Elric. If he moves, we'll know about it. Now, though, I think you deserve a break.
We must rely on outsiders to save the Arathi.
I have to admit, I do not think the first visitors we've had in Mereldar would have been outsiders. But the Empire. Well, never mind. You have been more than helpful to my people, and that deserves recognition. Mereldar is the bastion of the Arathi and Hallowfall. Take some time. Rest.
The darkness comes. We are prepared.
We should grab some food at the inn while we can. One of the general's rules I happily follow.
They're going to WoW NPC vanish in a moment.
Rest is warranted.
Yes! The importance of rest! Are they going to keep walking, or are they going to poof away? It'd be nice if they just kept walking for once. We'll slow walk with them. Really roleplay it out. And they're gone. It's alright.
We are the Seekers of Light. You carry your torch, you light the city.
The flame burns for all of us.
There is always hope if we choose to look for it.
A renowned quartermaster down there with some goodies. People training. Spare a moment. I have a favour to ask you of your friend here. Oh, it's that dude that we met before. Hang on. You should probably... I assume he's also going to be at the inn before we do this side quest. Let's go wait outside the inn. That's where we'll call it for the day. Ooh. A lore master up there, hang on. A lore master with a chest. Rifus Sacred Prayer.
Military grade goods at civilian prices.
Outsider, welcome. I have 6 questions to test your knowledge of the Arathi. The answers to these questions can be found throughout Hallowfall. You know where to look. Go on then, we'll try it. Our ancestors used to think of the cosmos in an antiquated way. What way was that? That Azeroth was flat? Incorrect. Return you... Oh, you have to find the answers. Or it doesn't count. Fair play, Lore Master, fair play. We'd have to go and find all those different lore entries. That's a pretty cool way to get you out and about into the world and doing it. It doesn't quite have the vibrancy of Donegal, but it's still... It's a beautiful place. Let's sell all our junk. Sell our spares.
We are the
We'll be ready for the morrow.
Obey the testament of
Yeah. Well then. Thank you all very much for watching, folks. It's been a fun romp through Hallowfall, and we've got a lot more to discover and look through as we get going. Many a side quest to do. A bit more of the main quest to do as well. If you enjoyed yourselves, feel free to like the video. Get it fighting that algorithm to give me some help. Subscribe for more content. We'll be back this evening with more Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree. Until next time, folks. Much love. Take care. And bye-bye.